My name's Nick Bodimeade and welcome to the Colour Theatre Painting Workshop. This is a 3-day workshop in which we're going to be constructing our still life subject matter and then making a series of paintings in response to that subject matter. I've got some examples that I've been working on already here. So here's the Colour Theatre, or here are a couple of the Colour Theatres. Very simple, kind of cardboard box-like stages with coloured objects placed in them, and then paintings made in response to them. These are early stage paintings, which will get modified yet again, and some of which will be brought into the still lives and then painted whilst in the still lives, and the still lives will be painted in response to the paintings. We're going to be using strong directional lighting within the painting in order to help with composition and a kind of theatrical drama that we can create within the work. The colour palette that we're going to be using in these paintings is shared both by the subject matter and by the paintings themselves. So there's going to be 3 of these films, one at the beginning of each day. On the first day, we're going to be looking at putting coloured grounds down on the boards, thinking about the kinds of marks that we're going to be making, and looking at the construction of the colour theatres. On day 2, we're going to be looking at how we make secondary statements on the paintings, how we deal with making comparative critical judgments, what paintings work best and why, and then thinking about how we might modify the least successful paintings to bring them up to the level of the better pieces. So you've made a judgment, this one's not so good. I'm going to paint it. Oh, it now looks better than what I previously thought was my best painting. Very, very clear notion that we've made progress, we've developed. And the critical judgment involved in making that progress was a very simple one, that I don't really think that works terribly well, but now I think it does. And that's not a bad way of developing painting. It was rubbish, now it's better. We'll be looking at, on day 2 as well, at repainting and remodeling our subject matter and changing the paintings in response to that. So the paintings and the subject matter are going to evolve in parallel with each other. And then on day 3, we're going to be looking at how we can make dramatic changes to the paintings. There is a tendency when making a painting that we start to worry about it. And as we worry about it, we start to make more and more careful interventions in it. And that can be a real problem because our interventions then get smaller scale, they become weedier, we become less bold. The painting then has a tendency to end on a whimper rather than ending on a bang. And that's the reverse of what we want. We want a painting to end on its most kind of potent note, not its least potent note. So we're going to be looking at how do we make bold changes to the painting but still maintain the kind of freshness and vitality that we have at early stages.